What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm bringing you along as I infill and redesign my nails. So as you can see, I'm currently working with a complete and utter hot mess. They are completely busted up from all the filing that I've done with my flexi hand and just all the designs I've been doing recently. So they really need a little bit of TLC, and I'm also going to be sharing with you what the nails look like after a week's wear with the Easibuild trial kit by Halo Nails. So if you guys would be interested to see the update on my nails and also the redesign, then just keep on watching. So guys, diving right in with today's video, and I'm going to begin by removing my bling. So I have an old pair of cuticle nippers here that I like to use to remove the crystals and caviar beads. It just gets into them so much quicker than the actual large ones that I bought for the specific purpose. Go figure. But yeah, I'm just basically going to go ahead and remove all of that bling. None of the bling came off my nails this week, so I was super pleased with that. I did have one that I picked off myself simply because I tend to get a bit of a barbaric bitch when it comes to my nails. If I leave them on too long, they bore me, so I will pick at my skin or pick at the cuticles or pick at the bling. I'm just a nightmare when it comes to things like that. So yeah, I'm now going in and I'm using my e-file to remove any of that old gel polish. As you can see, I'm taking my time to go around my cuticle area just so I don't catch the skin and cut myself, because I have been known to do that a time or two. So yeah, I'm just removing all of that gel polish, and once I have done that, I do go ahead and, again, still using that e-file, I will go ahead and debulk that nail, because obviously with the week's growth, the apex area has come down slightly, so I want to go ahead and debulk that area, so when I go in to build up the nail, I could put the apex back into place then. So I don't know if you could hear, guys, but I'm currently getting over a cold and I'm absolutely feeling miserable for myself. I worked on this video for about 3 days. I just could not bring myself to get out of bed and finish it off. So I'm really sorry that's a little bit late, but I hate it. There's nothing worse than the cold. All I want to do is snuggle up into bed and not move at all. I don't know about you guys, but hot chocolate and cuddles is all I want and all I need. So yeah, as you can see, all I've done is really debulk those nails, bring them down to the first layer of gel that I applied, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove all of that dust and sanitize my nails with a nail cleanser and a lint-free wipe. So I didn't have any lifting at all with this product, which pleasantly surprised me. Usually on my thumb that is especially damaged at the moment, all of my products seem to lift and I have to do a little bit of repair and things like that. But as you could see, the product stayed firmly intact and I was actually really over the moon, and the only issue was that everything was a little bit outgrown. So now that I have gone ahead and debulked that nail, I have sanitized the nails and everything is nice and clean. I'm now going in with my Big tool. I am basically just pushing back that eponychium, loosening it up, doing this really gently. I have sped up the process so it looks like I'm going to town, but you want to just do this really gently and remove any of that excess skin from the new growth. So as you can see, guys, I do like to go in a circular motion when I'm doing this, just so I follow the shape of my nail, and that's just my preferred way of doing my cuticles, so everything stays nice and symmetrical. So then I'm going in with my e-file again, but I've switched it over to a cuticle bit, and I'm now going in to tidy up my cuticles and remove any excess skin that tool didn't get. So again, it looks like I'm going to town here, but I'm actually really taking my time. You do not want to put this on your natural nail. It is specifically and only for the dry skin. So I go ahead and remove any of that excess skin, and then I will once again remove that dust and debris and sanitize my nails. Next, I'm going in with my cuticle nippers and I'm going to go ahead and remove any of that excess dry skin. This part is not for everyone. If you don't like to cut your skin, definitely just look past this. But as you can see, I am not hurting myself in any way. You want to take your time because it could be super easy to go ahead and catch a little bit of that skin that is attached. You just want to make sure you're going for that little bit of dry skin and removing that. But again, each to their own. You do your nails how you do yours, and I will do the same, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm now going to go in and once again sanitize my nails so everything is nice and clean, and I have removed all the dust and debris for my gel application. And then my next steps is to go ahead and dehydrate and prime, and for that I'm going in first with the Cuccio Pro Natural Nail Dehydrator. I apply that to all of the nails, leaving that for about 15 seconds just to let it air dry, and then I go in with the Cuccio Pro Extra Strength Acid Primer, and I apply this just to where that new growth is, rubbing that in to make sure everything is properly adhered. And then I do go in with a layer of the Halo Nails base coat. You want to remember to apply this, it's an important step. Not only does it act as a barrier between your natural nails and the gel that you're putting on top, but it gives the builder gel something to adhere to. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to all of the nails, one thin layer on each nail, and then that goes into the light for 60 seconds. So I'm super excited to finally say that I have just finished with my lighting setup. I got some lights about 2 years ago, but I wasn't able to use them due to the size of my old desk. But with my new one, I was able to set them up and get a proper lighting setup. So I really hope you guys could see the difference in the clarity of my videos, because obviously I want my videos to be appealing for you guys also. But definitely let me know if you could see the difference. But back to the nails, I'm now going in with the first layer of my builder gel. So this was the lightest of the two covered gels that you got in this collection. This one is called Cover Up Pink. So I'm going in with a nice thin layer for my first layer. You do not want the first layer to be overly thick, because we are going to be building up these nails. And with them being short, it is more of an overlay as opposed to an extension. So here is my nails once I have gone ahead and applied the first layer to all of the nails and cured for 60 seconds. And now I'm going in with my second layer of gel, and you will notice that I have taken a lot more product this time, and that is because this layer is my structure layer. So I first start at the cuticle area, I make sure that's nice and neat, and then I do the same with the side walls, and then with the rest of that gel I bring it down the body of the nail, and this is just going to help make sure I have a structurally sound nail, so if I go ahead and ding it on anything, it's not going to break, because everything is built and everything is right. And finally guys, here is the nails once I have gone ahead and applied the second layer and fully cured that. So I'm now going in with my very last layer of gel, and for that I always start slightly down into the middle of the nail, and I'm going to start building the apex of the nail now. So I put the biggest amount of my gel right into that little dent that you saw me point out at the beginning, and then I drag a little bit down to the bottom so I have an even layer from the middle to the bottom, and then I will tilt my brush around, and then I will slowly drag some of that product up into the cuticle area, and then I like to flip my finger upside down and allow gravity to form a really nice nail. And you will notice as it starts to self-level, I have a really nice rounded nail, and everything is nice and in shape, and the apex is in place. And finally, here is the nails once I have gone ahead and applied the 3 coats to each nail. This is the nails before I have filed. So as you can see, the gel is really great at self-leveling and giving you a beautiful shape. But before I go ahead and start painting them, I am going in and I will file and buff the nails. And this is what the nails look like once they have all been filed and buffed into shape. So I have already filed, buffed and sanitised my nails, and I'm now going in with a layer once again of that Halo Nails base coat. This step is completely optional. You could just go in with your gel polish, but I always like to add a base coat just to give my gel something to adhere to. So I'm going in adding a thin layer to all of those nails, and then I cure that for 60 seconds. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm absolutely loving the shade of this cover gel. It is so beautiful, and it would be an absolutely perfect shade for on its own during the summertime with just a shiny top coat. It is simply stunning. But I am going to go ahead and paint mines. So I'm going in with a layer of Brick Lane by Kiki London. I haven't actually used this one, I believe, and it is such a beautiful brick red shade. So I'm going in and I'm applying 2 coats of this to the middle finger and also the thumb, and curing each for 30 seconds. And then for the rest of the nails, I'm going in with 2 coats of Kiki London's Rosebud, curing each layer for 30 seconds also. So I haven't left in all of the nail art that I did to these nails, but I did leave in the bit that I thought was my favourite part. So for that, it was the ring finger, and it was a little bit of a rose design. So I first went in with this blooming gel from Canni. I first went in with their clear base layer, and then onto that wet base layer, I went in with Canni blooming gel in plum red, I believe. Again, guys, I will leave the exact names of all of the products I used down below because I have a brain like a sieve and I always forget. So yeah, I'm basically doing a little bit of a rose design on this, but as you can see, I'm really doing the layers thin, and that's because I don't want this to be the rose, if that makes any sense. I just want it to be the shadow of the rose, so I don't want it to look and resemble a proper rose. I merely want it to be all different colours and the different shades of a rose. So I went in, and as you can see, I'm now going in with slightly thicker ones, so I have a different shade of red at each area, and then I quickly cured that so it stayed in place. And now I'm going in with the same of that plum red. I have not put any of the clear base down, so this is just on to the dry nail, and I'm going to go ahead and enhance my rose. So I first start by doing the inside of my rose, so the smaller petals, and then I slowly work that out, and as I'm going to the outside petals, I start to sort of do more of a swirly design as opposed to the structured straight C curves. So hopefully you guys can see at this point, as I'm going around with those little swirls, you will see that there's a really, really tiny little spiral rose in the inside. It's super delicate and was absolutely adorable. So yeah, I'm really just going around and enhancing the shadows, and then I switch over to my fine detail brush and my Sugar Effect gel from Indigo Nails, and then I'm just going to go ahead and again work into that gel with some really tiny C shapes and little squiggles just to enhance the inside of my rose, and I do the same with the petals on the outside as well. So this rose is super easy to do, guys. I was probably at my sickest when I was doing this. I was so fed up with the cold at that point that I just wanted something really simple on my nails. It is so easy to do, and I actually really loved how it turned out. But yeah, as you can see, it's all about adding little C shapes into the inside of that, outside, sorry, of that flower. And then when I start to get to the inside with the white, I will do a tiny little dot in the centre where I put that red, and then I will follow the way that I did the red but on the outside. So when I come to the end of the flower, all I have is a really tiny little spiral that just looks like the middle of the rose that hasn't bloomed yet. And once I move my big fat thumb out of the way, hopefully you will see exactly what I mean. And finally, guys, to finish off my design, I went ahead and added some simple stamping to the middle finger. I also added some glitter underneath that stamping. I added the same glitter to my thumb and also a little bit to my little rose there. And then I added a layer of a rubber top coat to all of those nails for a really glossy finish. And then I went and washed, sanitised my hands, and then I applied my cuticle oil. And this is what my design looks like once everything has been infilled and redesigned. And finally, guys, that is us reached the end of today's video, and I'm really sorry that this one turned out to be a little bit of a hodgepodge, let's be realistic, but I was just so over the cold at that point and nails were the last thing that I wanted to do. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my infill and redesign on these nails, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, I would totally appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Kylie, I am a complete nail polish addict, and on this channel you will find everything from nail art to swatches, reviews and an occasional haul. So if that's something that piques your interest, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click that notifications bell. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!